Well, hello, my loves, and happy Sunday to you. I have been on this journey already with you so far, and I have so much to say about this. I think I have so much happening inside of me with this, and I hope that I can express where I'm going. But I'm still a little sick. After last video, I just crashed. I was super sick and got on some meds and am better now. Not 100%, I'm about 80%. So that's pretty good. But I knew I was playing on my iPad, fiddling around because I had all kinds of, when I'm resting, when I'm down, and I'm not physically doing things here, I have all these ideas that percolate, which is a good reason for rest. Shawn. But anyway, so I was fiddling on my iPad and I have all kinds of ideas about where to go this year for my year of adventure. But let's quickly talk about this and then we'll come back and talk about a few more things. Okay, so here we are, and this is a giant experiment. And last week in my journal, my new journal adventure, and when I did a flip through of my old journal, I hadn't done a whole lot of florals. I had been working on texture and experimenting and landscapes, which I have a new love for, and all different kinds of things. But I hadn't done anything with my florals because I was really dissatisfied with them. I wanted the freedom that I was feeling in my year of curiosity, and I just couldn't find that in my florals. And so I just kind of quit. And I'm not saying that's a good idea, but I just stayed with what felt good for now, or for then. But as I was fiddling on my iPad, I did some doodles of flowers, and I loved them because there wasn't any pressure. It was like coloring. And I thought that's where I need to go, is I just kind of need to go back to the beginning and really kind of play a little bit and find out what exactly I'm looking for my florals. I want there to be so much freedom, and I said that last year, or last week, and last year. But I don't quite know how to get that. And so, or what kind of freedom am I looking for? And the only way to find out is to play. And so that's what I'm doing today. So I've really just been childlike and just did all kinds of things, just threw it on there. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. I'm just going to tell you that because that's kind of how it works. The under layers are this here is really important because I start to see some things. The background, the greens in the background, my soft pastel flowers, they're showing me something. They're showing me some direction. They're giving me ideas. And how much of this will actually stay like this, I don't know. But I'm allowing what's here and then what I put on top to lead me to the final process. I am working on the freedom of the whole piece for one, and the freedom of my flowers. And we have to start somewhere. We have to do baby steps to kind of get back into the flow because when I thought about doing florals, I just was like, I felt really unequipped to make the things that I can see in my head. But the only way that I can move forward is by doing this. And so that is what I have done. So I have used soft pastels, my charcoal pencil. I've used my Stabilo All, kind of my messy marks in the background. And the reason I chose my Stabilo All pencil is because I knew that it might mix in with the paints and smear, and I wanted it to be unpredictable. I have used Cad Yellow, Cerulean Blue, Quin Magenta, Cad Orange. I went real bright and primary because I knew that I could mix some of these colors if I didn't like what I had going on, but I honestly absolutely love this so far. I have green gold and olive green out here. I have my white gesso, and I also have my black gesso. I haven't put any raw umber out on my palette. I don't know if it will show up or not. We will see. I know my charcoal pencil will come back into play as we get further down this road. I used Liquitex Fluid Matte Medium to put my papers down, and I scraped them with my dough scraper to make them nice and smooth, because I knew there was going to be a lot of layers, but I don't know what's happening next. Now I have just some simple patterns. They're actually called simple backgrounds, not the snowflakes. We're past the snowflakes. For some things that might show up in the background. This is one of my favorite ones. Same with the paint circles. I mean, dots are just always good. I don't know. They you know why? Because it feels childlike. It feels very playful. So I'm envisioning some of that still happening back here. I'm not exactly sure how. And I'm not sure if I will be stenciling on my vase. That's typically what I do. So I want to try and think outside the box and maybe do something just slightly different. I usually put a lot of texture on here. I want to think differently, and then just kind of go from there and see what happens. That's the most important thing. I'm waiting to see what happens. I'm trying not to predict the outcome. I'm trying to let it happen and let most of it happen. Then once I see a vision, then it's like, I got the roadmap, I'm going in. So that's kind of where I'm at with this piece. Now, a couple of things. Today, when you see this video, the Mixed Media Insider membership, the doors will be open. It'll only be open for 10 days. And so you will be able to get in and get going if you would like. I have added a lot of people to the wait list because you responded last Sunday, and so you should already have been notified that the doors are open. And there is also a free preview section if you're unsure, which I get. There's a free preview section for the membership. And it'll give you, and I'll kind of guide you through some of that, it'll give you a preview of all of the different sections that you have available to you in the membership and the things that are regular added to monthly and all that kind of stuff. So that will be available to you. You can just sign up for the free preview, take a look at that, take a look at the classroom and see if it's something that might be fun and interesting and great for your new year and maybe your creative journey this year. So, membership doors are open. Now, what was the other thing I was going to tell you? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's all. Okay, so as I was preparing for my word for the year and really kind of pondering it, and it really kind of responds to this piece as well. It says, Morgan Harper Nichols. I feel like I don't even have to introduce her anymore because she's my best friend. But Morgan Harper Nichols, this is You Are Only Just Beginning book. I quote it all the time. But there's a whole section on new beginnings, and it's perfect for the first of the year. But here's to embracing the call of adventure. Here's to crossing the threshold of what we called home and all you have ever known in exchange for tomorrow. Here's to accepting that your fears might catch up to you. I want to pause there for a second because I talked about that just a second ago. I was afraid to jump into this because I hadn't done it and I felt inadequate. And I want to remind you that whatever journey you're starting, I have a lot of things on my list of that I want to get better on. I have a health journey that I'm working on. I have my adventure journey. I have my different relationship journeys. Anytime we start something that we haven't done before or that we are rusty in, we're always going to feel inadequate. And our fears will try to get the best of us. But we have to show up and be inadequate And that's okay, because it's like a child taking its first step. It's wobbly and it's just one step and then they fall down. And then they have a lot of people around them cheering them on. You can do it. Come on, come on. You remember those days? And that's one of the things that I think is important as we journey on our journey, is having people around you that support you and cheer you on. Having a group of creatives or a friend or a neighbor in whatever you do, in your workout class, whatever it might be. Those people around you that cheer you on, saying, you can do it. And you get back up and you take another step. You get back up and you paint another ugly flower. You get back up and you do whatever it is that it takes to move you down the road. It's good. So, here's to accepting that your fears might catch up to you, but remembering your courage will catch up too. That is a true statement. I've seen it in my own life over and over and over again. Now it is time to allow yourself to be shaped by the new, to be shaped by the new steps that you're taking. Take your first steps toward the mountain of your soul. Your soul has been calling you to climb. That makes me want to cry, because so often, I know in my own life, my soul has called me to climb to greater places, and I was so surrounded by my fear that I couldn't do it. Your soul might be calling you to climb to greater mountains. The winds of doubt will blow fast around you. Yes, they will. You have to learn to breathe again at the higher altitude. It takes time, one step at a time. You climb a little bit and you get your footing. You take a couple of deep breaths. You're like, you look back, I did it. And then you do it again. You have to learn to breathe again in the higher altitudes. The terrain makes you question the strength of your spine, your lungs, and your heart. Oh man, does it ever. But you will come down the other side, realizing you are stronger than you thought you were. And how does it start? It starts by stepping out in your fear. And that is what I'm doing today. I'm stepping out in this uncomfortableness that I feel about this, and I have no idea why, but I'm going to do it. And I have no idea if what this will look like, but it doesn't matter, because I know it's the first step, and then there's another step. And then there's another step. And that's the same thing with my workout health routine, because that's uncomfortable too. There's so many things in our lives that we don't take that step, that we allow the noise of our fears to keep us in the same spot and not climbing the mountain that we really want to climb. And so I hope that I can inspire you to quiet the fears. The fears and the doubts are there. They will always be there. We have to be able to quiet them enough and drag that foot forward just a little bit to take that first step. And you can do it. You can. All right, my loves, I'm going to continue my steps on this piece and see where it leads me. Who knows? But I'm excited about taking that step and pushing aside the fear. I hope your Sunday is restful and peaceful, and I hope that you always, always know that you are loved.
Petite.